Welcome back to INSEVIS video tutorials. My name is Andy and today I show you our new IIoT gateway. Our new IIoT gateway GC300 is in the same housing as our CPU CC300T. It features two Ethernet ports. One connects to the local network side, so your machines, your PLCs, and the other one connects to the internet or your SCADA systems. You also have diagnosis LEDs and the possibility to label this device with your own company label, for example. Software-wise, all you need is a browser. You open up the browser, type in the IP address of the device, and now you will see this login screen. The login credentials are admin and admin, and I highly recommend you to change this as soon as you get the device, so you are not vulnerable to this. If you log in, you see this front page. With these tiles, you can navigate to the separate menus. Also, you can have this sidebar over here with which you can navigate. If you are in a menu and click on the top, on the header, you get one level up in your menu tree. On the top right side, you see your login name, and if you hover with the mouse over it, you get the login button, logout button. Settings-wise, you have your basic system adjustments for date and time, network, the device, for example, the name, and a sophisticated backup and restore system. Also, you can update the firmware over this. To get data into the gateway and out of it, you have to define connections. These connections feature at the moment the S7 protocol and Modbus TCP, because these are the most popular at the moment, for us at least. Other protocols such as CAN or Modbus RTU may come in the future, but it depends on demand. If you have your connections ready, you can add some data points. In this example, S7 data points, you can add them by hand or import them from Semantic Manager or TIA portal. And then with this little checkbox here, you can add them to the OPC UA server in here. The OPC UA server in here is a fully fledged server, not a step down or micro server or anything else. It's full featured. You can completely customize it with the appearance in here, and also for example, your URL with which it will represent itself. You can define standard namespaces like UADI and Siemens 1500, and if you activate it like here, it will appear as a Siemens 1500 OPC UA server in your SCADA system or UA expert or clients or whatever. You can also upload your own defined namespace over here, activate it, and then you have your own organization behind it. Security-wise, we feature three protocols or three standards. You can enable the none version of encryption, which is no encryption. It's okay for debugging, but please don't use it in production. We recommend sign, or better, sign and encrypt. In here you manage your certificates, see who has connected, can trust, reject certificates, and so on. So the management of the security in here. If you got your data points in here, you can further adjust them with OPC UA specific entries, and each data point has the possibility of its own history. So you can just activate it, choose a sample time and account, and there you go. It's stored on the local flash. For storage-wise, you got 1 to 2 gigabytes of storage for your data. And if it's full, it's full. So you have no artificial limitations with this history. If you want a giant history over the complete month, then you can do this. But keep in mind that your storage may run out at some point. On board is also NodeRED. If you have never heard about NodeRED, it's a graphical programming tool. And it has a very rich online community with repositories from which you can get additional packages. I believe there are over 400,000 at the moment you can download and install on your own, so you can append the functionality of the program. But because this is an external project and we are only including this, we will not give support for this. So if you have a problem with your program inside NodeRED, you have to address this to the online community or to a colleague maybe. But we can't help you with your program in there. You can activate the server in here, and then you restart the gateway software, and then it's running every time. But I highly recommend to keep it off if you don't use it. So it adds about 20 to 30 seconds to the startup time, and it consumes resources as long as it's running. So if you don't use it, don't turn it on. Further down, you see users management. You can, in here, add users with defined privileges, and these privileges manage which section over here they can access. So if, for example, you want one user to allow just to handle NodeRED, you give him this privilege and he can do just this and nothing else. That's all from me. Thanks for listening. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you won't miss a single video.